Alright, here's a rough tutorial on how to make the first-person weapons for Rising Front. First, we're going to open up our first-person weapon rig. Then you can import your gun model. I'm going to import one that I got off Sketchfab. Then just make sure you delete any other components that came with it. Now that I have it in position, I'm going to apply all the transforms so we don't get any rotation issues. Then I'm going to click on the gun and click on this bone right here, the weapon hold bone, while in pose mode. Click on the gun, the weapon hold bone, Control A or Control P, set parent to bone. Now we can set up some animations. Making a idle animation, or just keyframes for all the animations except for the draw, holster, and reload. You can just make a keyframe. That looks good for the idle. I'm going to line up this the crosshairs with the cube because that's at the center of the camera. It's good for the aim. It's keyframe for the running. I'm going to duplicate the idle one again. Making a keyframe for holstering the weapon now, or an animation. Then I'm just going to duplicate it and reverse it for the draw animation. And then for the reload, I'm just going to move the weapon out of the camera for a couple seconds because I don't want to make a reload animation. Close enough. Alright, now I'm going to save it under a new name. Then we're going to go back into the project. Drag the starter weapon prefab into the scene. Then you can drag the model that you just made onto the starter weapon prefab. And then make sure to add the skin color to the hands. The shirt is automatically added in game. It adds the shirt color to the second material on the list. And then I'm going to move the muzzle flash component. Oh, make sure to unpack the prefab. Then I'm going to move the muzzle flash component over to the pistol weapon and put it in the weapon hold. Then you can go ahead and delete the AK mod. Now that that's lined up, I'm going to leave all the settings as it is, but you can change it up how you want. And then the last thing that you need to do is take one of the animators, like the AK-47 animator, duplicate it, rename it to your weapon that you made, and then drag it onto the pistol weapon. Then you can open up the animator window. And drag all your animations from your project folder or from your pistol weapon that you made into these slots. So pistol draw, idle, run, aim. If you have a bolt action rifle, you can put the bolt animation there. And then the reload. And the holster animation. Alright, so that should be good. I believe it automatically adds the animator. But we're going to drag it into this thing just to be safe. And then we will just drag it into our project folder because we're done as far as there. You can change whatever settings you want. Bullet velocity, if it's a throwable item, you can do that, like a grenade, full auto. And then you can change the bullet object here using this prefab. And if you want to do like shell ejections, there is the particle system for that there. And then next we are going to create a right-click, create a player item, scriptable object, name it after your weapon. And you can just type in the name and weight of it and drag the prefab into there. And then do your icon for it. I'm just going to do an icon that I already have done, but you can do that. And make sure that you delete the aiming cube or the center screen marker here. Just disable that or else it'll show up in game. Click apply. And then go to your asset bundles or asset labels in the bottom right. Sometimes it glitches out, but name it, add some random numbers at the end so no mods are named the same. Click enter. And then add the asset label workshop content. Then click build all asset menus. then it should be in... Sometimes it doesn't show up right away in the mod content, so you can just right click, open Explorer. There it is. Let's see. Yep, pistol.workshop content is your file here. I'll send you guys a download for the updated version of the game so you can test out the mods. You can test out your mods by just putting in the streaming assets folder. Drag your pistol in there. Then if we did everything right, it should work. Yep, there it is. You can just drag it into your slot. And then here's your pistol. It still has all the same settings as the AK, but